Okay, welcome to the Save Pain Free program. We are in session 1, which is all about discovery. So, we are learning how to start saving money, and in this session, we're covering discovery. Remember, the program is based on my ebook, The 6 Steps to Save Money Pain Free, so we're going through that now. Before you even get started, step 0 essentially is converting your desire to save money into action and doing something about it. Here now in the first step in the process is really discovering yourself and figuring out where you're at with money. The next step we'll do is completely rewrite your philosophy towards money and give you a new paradigm. In step 3, we'll develop and implement a strategy for your money and your savings plan. Then step 4, we'll optimize your current money habits so that you can supercharge your goals and reach them sooner. Lastly, in step 5, we will set up a maintenance system to maintain your strategy and help you carry through with the plan that you put in place to supercharge your goals, reach them on target, on time, as you intended. All right, so what we're going to cover in this meeting, I'll give you our objective. I'll tell you about me, then I want you to think about you and where you're at. Then I want you to think about your money goals and philosophy. I'll give you an overview of the Save Pain Free program and the rest of how it's going to go. All right, so our objective here is to figure out where you're at with respect to money, to really elaborate on the Save Pain Free program and what you're going to get and where it's going to take you. So the Save Pain Free program is mirroring the 6 steps to save pain free. I have an info session, which was before this session, which just hopefully incentivizes you and entices you to start saving money and taking action. Our session 1 here is about discovering where you're at with money. Session 2, again, rewriting your philosophy. Session 3, strategy. Session 4, optimization. Session 5, maintenance. So in this first step in discovering yourself, we want to figure out what you value, what it is that you value, because this has all the difference in the world in terms of your savings and what you end up doing about it. So you need to take some time to really delve in and think about what it is that you're valuing. You also want to just figure out what your dreams are, what it is that you're hoping to accomplish and achieve down the road, because that has a bearing on what you do with your money and your savings and why you're doing it. That really translates to motivation, and you want to figure out what motivates you, because your values and your dreams are really going to drive your behavior in the end. As you may know, my name is Dallas Post. I teach young adults how to start saving money and building selfless wealth. So I focus on personal finance, economics, and investing. And I am the founder of the Post Money Plan, which is a financial education business that owns the Save Pain Free program. Through the Post Money Plan, I run a blog, I host a podcast, and I do coaching. On the side, I also do financial counseling to financially distressed people at my church. I've previously worked as a stock market analyst at an investment bank, and then before that, I did a master's in finance at UT Austin. Not that it matters, but I also have a Series 7, 63, 86, and 87 licenses. So I want you to ask yourself, what made you seek out this program? Why did it appeal to you? Then think a little bit deeper and ask yourself, what are my key struggles with money? What's hindering me from saving to the extent that I want to be? Then think about, how might these struggles be solved realistically? How could I actually fix these problems? How could I actually fix this lack of savings realistically? What could I do about my savings situation to improve it in real terms? And then lastly, ask yourself, what are the results that I want to see out of this program? What do I expect to get out of it, and what would I hope for? So think about those things and just do a little introspection. Something that can really help you bridge the gap between achieving something and something being very difficult is thinking about, what is something difficult in your life that you have overcome, and how did you do it? So if you had some big struggle in your life and it was really difficult, and it was something that you dealt with, but then you were able to overcome it. If you can think about that process, what happened, what you did mentally, what you did physically, all those kind of things, and then translate that to our situation here with money. All right, I want you to pause here and just take a minute to think over these questions. Write down a couple notes for yourself on each of these questions so you can be thinking about that. And it's actually going to apply in the challenge, which you'll unlock. So take a minute here, think about it, jot some notes down, and then start on with part B. So we want you to identify your goals and philosophy. Ask yourself, what are my savings goals? What it is that you've been trying to accomplish and how that aligns with what you think you actually should be accomplishing. Then this takes a little bit of introspection, but think about, why is it that I'm having these savings problems? See, the thing is, personal finance starts with beliefs and philosophy, not numbers. Beliefs actually lead to behavior, and a savings problem can actually be the result of flawed money beliefs plus a lack of self-control plus a lack of money knowledge. So you get all those together and you end up with savings problems. The Save Pain Free program is designed to reshape your money beliefs, help you build self-control, and empower you with knowledge. So a combination of those things is going to empower you to build that savings. The other thing to ask yourself is, what exactly is money and what do I think about it? You might think of it as a representation of value, a way to trade, a means of persuasion, a tool, or an end. You may think of it as good or evil, but that's something to consider. Then, what do you believe about money? And what are your tendencies towards money? So some common philosophies might either be avoidance, where you think, oh, money is just uncomfortable, it's bad, it creates all these problems. And that can mean that money creates fear, anxiety, or disgust for you. Versus if you treat money with almost a sense of worship, you might think of money as everything and solving all problems, but that can really create greed and idolatry. You might treat money with scarcity, where money is so scarce and it provides safety, so then that can actually end up creating hoarding and selfishness. And these are all errors in tendency, and you don't want to be too extreme on any of these. But you also might think of it in terms of abundance, where money is really abundant and provides gratification, but that can create negligence and dependence on money, and we don't want that either. And then lastly, you might think of money as status. So it establishes hierarchy and your value, almost like a measuring stick. But that can create partiality and pride and envy, so that's not good either. Another question, how do your beliefs influence your priorities with money? So are you prioritizing today over tomorrow, or instant gratification over planning, or emotions over reason, or the physical over the spiritual? Your priorities are impacted by the way you're thinking about money. So the Save Pain Free program, like I said, we're in discovery right now. There's 5 sessions to the Save Pain Free program. We're in the first session. In between each of the sessions, between now and the last one, we'll have a challenge. So there will be 4 challenges in total to complete the program. And the challenges will help you digest what we're talking about in each session and internalize it for yourself. So that's it for session 1. Glad you made it this far. Unlock challenge 1. Complete that so that you can get started with session 2.